I'm back again with day 3 of my 5-day challenge, which I've been running since December 2021, consistently every 3 months. The topic of today is very important and it's very close to my heart, and it is on effective and efficient time management. How do you define time? Have you ever come across an incident where, uh, not even an incident, in fact, a time when someone asked you something and you gave them a reply, and later on, when you started actually thinking about it, it turned to be otherwise? For example, I my glasses were broken, so I went to uh, my optician, and he asked me, "How do you remove your glasses?" And he said, "Do you use one hand or both the hands?" And I said, "I use both the hands." But when I observed throughout the upcoming week, there had been instances where I was using only one of my hands. And that is when I realized that sometimes things happen which we don't even realize. And the same is exactly with time. And time is something which, as everyone knows, time is something that is very precious. It never comes back. We may lose money, the money comes back, but time does not. And no matter how much we try or how much we pay for, the lost time does not come back. We can make the most of coming time, which would be like proactiveness saves effort and time. Whenever we are proactive, we are mindful basically of how we want to spend our time according to achieving a particular outcome. Because when we focus on a particular outcome, we basically are striving to achieve an identity which boosts or elevates our self esteem, our self respect, and our self love. And this is not selfish. This is something that when we nurture these things, when we are grateful for who we are with our faults, there are still some strengths which make us unique. And using those strengths timely, using those strengths effectively is what helps us grow and achieve our next levels, our dream selves that we actually dream about, which we feel give us the soul enrichment experience. So, coming back to time, after you have defined time for yourself, there are a number of bookish descriptions and definitions, but I would encourage you to describe time for yourself so that you come to know how you see time. And then here are few of the tips and strategies, because this is a 5-day challenge, and out of which this 1-day challenge is a short one. All my uh, daily sessions are barely 30 minutes. The reason why I have deliberately chosen to shorten the time or use this short amount of time is to help you walk through the experience that it is doable and achievable, and we can make anything doable and achievable when we put a certain time limit. Because smart working is the norm of the day. Now we are living in a click uh, environment. The click culture is to click a button, click a link, and we get to the next experience. So we have become very time efficient, but are we using it in an effective way? That is something we need to observe, and I'm just inviting you to observe it, because At every new year, we make some resolutions. How many of us achieve them? Or how have you been doing in the past 6 months? So, right now, we are right in the middle. And now is the time to redirect our intentions and energies so that we can achieve a victory and win the end of the year with fulfilling the maximum of our resolutions, to spend our time in a way that is most fulfilling to us. So, for example, if we do take one action a day, in 7 days, how many actions do we do? Seven. In 30 days, 30. In a year, 365, except for leap year, where you get one extra day. So I am in love with what T. Harv Eker says. When he counted those days, it was an eye opener. And a lot of strategies helped me, which I'm sharing right now with you. So, for example, if there are a lot of things that you need to do, for example, about 10-15 years ago, I was taking virtual classes, and there were a lot of chapters that I needed to cover, and I had 5 subjects. So, the more I wanted to give my 100% to it, it was quite challenging because I was multitasking and struggling with studying with my home, because I'm mom of 5 kids, and running my online business as a social entrepreneur. So this 5-day challenge basically is for solo operating and multitasking entrepreneurs, students, and super moms, or moms who want to become super moms. So, how do we manage so many things? One of the strategies is you can use your timer on your mobile, which we are always using most of the time, to set a countdown timer of 15 minutes, 5 minutes. So, in 15 minutes, you get one task done. In the next 15 minutes, you get two tasks done. And so in 1 hour, you get 4 tasks done. In my case, it was 4 chapters. So in that way, I was able to cover the entire readable material that I needed to for my upcoming exams. And it is very, very fulfilling because you are able to set a time and achieve that goal. And the shorter the time limit is, the easier it becomes. And the more we funnel our time, the less possibilities are there for the overwhelm to come in or the burnout to happen. Because we are very clear with, very specific in other words, and we are able to measure what we have achieved. We are able to do it in achievable manner, and it's very realistic. So there are times when we have especially too many tasks to do, because yesterday's topic was task management and day before, the first day, was about decision making. So when we make effective decisions with clarity and we have our vision very clear, that is when we are able to uh, be specific about what tasks we wish to achieve, and from there we are able to set a time standard. So when it is realistic, eventually the T for smart work is putting it in a time bound manner. So these 15 minutes work. Another possibility is that if you don't want to use a mobile, the or you want to just stay away from the mobile, if you are one of those who's trying to make a habit of uh, fasting from mobile for a while, then what you can do is you can set up a Pomodoro timer, which works on itself. Pomodoro technique suggests that you have a 25 minutes task, work on a task for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute short break, and then take a 15-minute long break. That is one of the options. Another option is that you do a 25-minute chunk of a task, take a 5-minute break, and then spend another 25 minutes, very similar to the school system that we have. We have one class, then we have a little break where the teachers uh, exchange, and then we uh, take out our books and get settled and stuff, something like that. So in 1 hour, you can get two major tasks done. Another thing, one of my mentors, Hazel Amin, said that what she does is, if it's something that requires total focus and a lot of creative thinking, creative working, then she suggested to have a 1.5 hour chunk. And then after that, for 30 minutes, completely relaxed. Don't focus on anything. Just focus on relaxing, unwinding, and appreciating yourself. Being thankful to yourself. You can just give yourself a pat and appreciate for focusing on your work. So when you have aligned those tasks, when you have time bound your tasks, it becomes so much easier. But why do it in the first place? Why plan? So for example, you might like to plan for 10 minutes and then carry on with your day. So as Mary Folio suggests, how she has been successful, her success formula is to have a 10-minute planning chunk and then get on with the uh, weekly task or the daily task of the day, musts as it is called. So this is not a matter of just copy pasting the information and sharing with you all these techniques. It's about inviting you inviting you to explore this aspect or working in this manner and see if you can get more done out of the next 90 days and so on until the end of the year. So when you have your urgent tasks in place, when you know that this is an urgent task, and for urgent task the maximum time you need to uh, allocate to it is 5 minutes to 15 minutes, you will be able to get it done within that time. Otherwise it just keeps going on and on, just like scrolling or checking messages or replying to certain messages randomly. When done, it takes up a lot of time, and especially for entrepreneurs, especially for students, it becomes very taxing, and it either causes overwhelm or it causes burnout to them, because there's so many options, who to reply, who not to reply, so many choices. So this is something to keep in mind, that every 1 minute we spend in planning saves us at least 10 minutes in execution, in getting it done. So if we spend, even if it's 10 minutes planning time, we are able to organize ourselves better. We are able to lead our own self and the others, because we have that clarity. We are very specific. We have the means to measure how we have progressed or correct whatever needs to be corrected. This is how we can make an effective and efficient use of time, because time doesn't come back. So if you are looking for ways to manage your time, to boost your performance, to boost your productivity, time management is very, very crucial. So if you have not seen day one, you can check out on my profile. Day one is about decision making, if that is what you are struggling with. If you are fine with decision making, excellent. Are you fine with your tasks? Are you aware of which tasks are urgent and which tasks are urgent and important, or important, and how much time you need to allocate? You can watch the replay of day two. And today is day three. So just 2 more days left, and you would be invited to a specific, not specific, rather, a special online session where you can meet me and my friends, where we are going to have a virtual meetup. So if you are interested, just write down meetup or just post an emoji that depicts meeting so that I can send you the invite. You can send me a DM or you can send me a WhatsApp number in my messenger, and I would send you the private link to that meetup. So it's basically for three types of people, whether you are a solo operating, multitasking entrepreneur, a student, or a super mom. Or in the side, if you want to be a super mom, learn the tricks so that when your kids start growing up or when you start having more kids, you are ready with the vision and with the skills on how to get it done. Looking forward to your comments and questions. You can just post them down here. Even if you look on day 1 and day 2, there have been people who wanted some specific help, or I had promised some resources, and I sent them when they reached out. So that is exactly what you can do. For resources, if you're looking for anything specific, just mention in the comments and I'll get back to you. Take care. Bye bye.